Betelgeuse, a star in Orion's shoulder, might go supernova. This red supergiant is nearing the end of its life. Back in 2019, it dimmed a lot, even to the naked eye. People wondered if it was about to blow. Scientists aimed their telescopes and saw the dimming was real. Betelgeuse is likely about to explode, ending its life as a star. When will it happen? Could it hurt us? Betelgeuse, or Alpha Orionis, is a bright red star in Orion. It's second to Rigel in brightness but still fascinates us because it changes and has a cool name. Alpha stars are usually the brightest, but Betelgeuse is big and red. Betelgeuse is famous, ranking as the 10th brightest star. Its name comes from Arabic, meaning armpit of the giant, which is where it sits in Orion. It loses a sun's worth of stuff every 10,000 years, making a nebula around it 30 times the Earth-Sun distance wide and 250 times bigger than the star. At its core, Betelgeuse fuses hydrogen into helium, making light and heat. When the hydrogen runs out, it fuses helium into carbon. Then neon plus carbon becomes iron. Iron fusion doesn't make energy, so the star collapses and explodes as a supernova. Stars shine in different colors depending on age. Old stargazers thought Betelgeuse was ruddy, but early Chinese observers called it yellow, so it might have been a yellow supergiant. Big stars burn through their fuel fast, dying young. Our sun has billions of years left, but Betelgeuse is near its end and could explode. We don't know the exact date. Betelgeuse has brightness cycles, one every 5 years that lasts about 100 days. It seems its outer layers swell and shrink, changing its size and temperature. It acted weird in 2019 and 2020, dimming a lot before getting brighter again. Some think this means it's close to its end. We've been watching Betelgeuse since around 100 BC, but we still don't know why it dimmed. Betelgeuse is speeding through space at 30 kilometers per second after being kicked out of its birthplace in Orion, making a bow shock over 4 light-years long. Figuring out how far away red supergiants are is tough. Betelgeuse also pulsates, changing size. This, plus the dimming of its edge, makes its color and brightness shift. The stuff it throws off also messes with how we see it. Seeing Betelgeuse is tricky because its size changes with the light we use. Measurements can change by 35%. In 2009, the European Southern Observatory shared pictures from its very large telescope showing a plume of gas 30 times the Earth-Sun distance from the star. It has had at least 6 of these events, which might tell us how massive stars lose stuff before they die. The upper layers of Betelgeuse are weird, and we don't know how red supergiants lose mass. These stars are important for spreading things in galaxies. With better telescopes, we're getting closer to understanding. In 2019, scientists using the Hubble Space Telescope saw Betelgeuse shed a big chunk of its outer shell in a surface mass ejection. The Sun does this too, but Betelgeuse's event was way bigger. This is why it dimmed a lot in October 2019. By mid-February 2020, it had lost almost 3 times its brightness. Then it leveled out, but the dimming wasn't from a core collapse because the infrared light didn't change. If you liked this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more content. When Betelgeuse explodes as a supernova, it'll be epic. Even 640 light-years away, it'll be brighter than the full moon and visible during the day for weeks or months. Experts say it'll release more energy in seconds than our sun will in 10 billion years. That light will hit Earth as a super bright point. Don't worry, we're safe. Even that close, the explosion won't hurt Earth. But it'll be a fantastic science opportunity. Betelgeuse is back to normal brightness, but we're still watching its dimming patterns. Scientists are using the James Webb Space Telescope, Hubble, and other tools to track light changes, activity, and mass ejections that show it's unstable. It seems its dimming came from a big dust cloud blocking its light. Understanding Betelgeuse can help us figure out how giant stars live, especially those about to go supernova. It might help us guess similar things in other galaxies, figure out how elements spread in the cosmos, and see how iron and gold form and spread through space. Betelgeuse is like a slow-ticking clock. It could blow up tomorrow, next year, or in 100,000 years. Whenever it happens, it'll be amazing and give us tons of data. Knowing about the life and death of stars like Betelgeuse helps us understand the universe. Big stars make heavy elements. When they go supernova, they spread these elements, giving us the building blocks for new stars, planets, and even life. Betelgeuse's supernova is a close-up steady chance, since most supernovas happen far off. We could see every step with clarity. This is cool for studying neutrinos and gravitational waves. When a star collapses, it sends out neutrinos and maybe ripples in spacetime. If Betelgeuse blows, detectors could see this, giving us info on stars and the basic forces of the universe. We're watching Betelgeuse not just for its death, but for what it can teach us about stars. Red supergiants are hard to understand. Space telescopes are helping, but we still have to answer questions. Betelgeuse might help soon. Now, Betelgeuse flickers and surprises us. Its brightness might seem steady, but scientists are ready to catch any change. The data could change how we see stars. Until then, Betelgeuse will be a star in the sky and in the minds of scientists. It's a wonder and a countdown. This star is also called Alpha Orionis. Even though it's not the brightest in Orion, it's still famous because it changes a lot and has a cool name. Alpha stars are usually the brightest, but Betelgeuse is huge and red, which gets people's attention. It's the 10th brightest star we can see at night. Its name comes from Arabic, meaning giant's armpit, because of where it sits in the Orion constellation. Betelgeuse sheds some of its mass, making a nebula around it that's way bigger than the star itself. Inside, it's turning hydrogen into helium, making light and heat. When it runs out of hydrogen, it will use helium and then carbon. Eventually, it will try to use iron, but that won't work, and the star will collapse and explode. Stars shine different colors depending on how old they are. Betelgeuse used to look kind of yellow, according to old records, but now it's red. Big stars burn through their fuel fast, so they die young. Our sun will last billions of years, but Betelgeuse is getting old and could explode as a supernova sometime, nobody knows when. The star changes brightness every few years, probably because its outer layers swell and shrink. People got really interested when it dimmed a bunch in 2019 and 2020 before getting brighter again. Some think this means it's about to explode. Scientists have been studying it for a long time. Betelgeuse is moving fast through space, leaving a trail behind it. It's hard to measure how big it is because it pulsates and its outer edge is fuzzy. Plus, the stuff it throws off affects how we see its light. Its size looks different depending on what kind of light we use to look at it. In 2009, telescopes spotted huge blobs of gas shooting out from the star's surface, which is one of many times that's happened. These blobs might tell us why the star is losing mass before it explodes. Some think it plays a big part in how stars die. Scientists noticed in 2019 that Betelgeuse blew off a big piece of its outer shell. This made it dim a lot because it threw out a ton of material. It lost brightness, but the recent dimming wasn't the star collapsing. If Betelgeuse goes supernova, it'll be awesome. Even though it's far away, it will be super bright, maybe even brighter than the moon and visible during the day for a while. It will release so much energy. Don't worry, we're safe here on Earth, and it is a great thing for science. Now, Betelgeuse is back to its normal brightness, but scientists are still watching it closely. They're using telescopes to track how its surface changes. One idea is that the dimming was caused by a cloud of stardust blocking its light. Learning about Betelgeuse can help us the last stages of big stars, like when they go supernova. It can also help us know how elements like iron and gold spread around in space. Betelgeuse is like a time bomb that could go off any time. It might explode soon or in thousands of years. When it does, it will be an amazing thing to see, and we will get a lot of new scientific information. Understanding stars is important because they make the elements that everything is made of. Most supernovas we see are far away, but Betelgeuse is close by, so we can watch it explode in detail. This is especially cool for people who study neutrinos and gravitational waves. If Betelgeuse goes supernova, detectors might pick up these things, teaching us about stars and the universe. Astronomers think Betelgeuse can teach us about stars, like what happens. Big red stars are strange and hard to understand, but new telescopes are helping. Betelgeuse may help answer questions about how stars work. Betelgeuse is still flickering and surprising us. Even if it looks calm now, scientists are ready to watch it explode. That information would change everything we know about stars. Until then, Betelgeuse will be a place of focus in the sky and in our minds.